Hello everyone, and welcome to another Boomer Grounds podcast. I think this is episode 15, 49, 49. 3 weeks until 1 year. We should probably do something for our 1 year anniversary. Maybe we can
Good
actually
idea.
get all four of us back. That would be a special occasion.
That would be a big deal. I
But,
am the second. I am the second most common contributor on this, and that's only because Terry's been here every week.
Yeah, I mean, you only missed 1 week, I think, right? 1 week,
One or two.
yeah. Anyways, how have things been, and what is new and exciting in your world, Mr. Howard, man?
Things are good. If you remember last week, I did this podcast with the windows open because spring had arrived. Yeah, we've had frost the last 2 mornings. So I walked out yesterday morning. It was like 28 degrees Fahrenheit, which granted isn't like Arctic, but my car was covered in ice and it's April and I'm like, what the hell is this? So we did that. I watched WrestleMania this weekend. That was a lot of fun. Oh my God, IShowSpeed. IShowSpeed should win an award for playing a guy playing a wrestler who is obviously playing a guy playing a wrestler. Like the dude is entertaining to watch, right? There's a reason he's successful in the stream, but he comes out there and does the whole wrestling entrance, arms out, all that fun stuff. The moment he gets in the ring, he looks at the other guys on the team and goes, "What do I do? What am I?" Like he totally sold up the "I'm not a wrestler" angle. And the match was very average, but at the end of it, they set him up to like do this gigantic jump onto one of the Logan brothers, Jake, Paul. I don't freaking keep track of them. And kind of sell him to the crowd, and it was well received. I'll say this: I thought that dude was going to be like take off his shirt and be like skinny little. No, I've never seen him without a shirt before this. That dude works out.
Yeah.
I'll give him credit.
Athletic. He's super athletic.
I will give him credit. So that I did that. I watched the rest of WrestleMania. It was all right. It was an okay WrestleMania. It wasn't fantastic. So that's pretty much it. Not a ton going on this end. What's new with you?
Well, I think I food poisoned myself last night.
Food poisoning?
Yeah. So I streamed last night, felt fine. I was eating some slightly past the expiration date hummus, and I think the hummus got me. Because afterwards, I was like, oh God, my stomach. And I was like super gassy and bloaty and burping and farting. Like it was great for my wife in the bedroom. But
yeah, seriously, sexy.
I felt like so gross. I was like sweating. I was just like, it was just like a hot mess. I was just like, and all morning I was like, oh God, am I going to be able to do the podcast today? I was like, can I just throw up and get this over with and get it out of my system? And it just never came. I was just like, no, just let me vomit. Oh God, please just let it happen. And because normally after, if you get food poisoning or whatever, eat something bad, and then you throw up, you just feel much better because it's kind of like injected all of it. And I was just like, no, it's not going away. I was like, oh God. Yeah. So I felt totally miserable last night. And I was just like, I actually had a really weird dream. I know Howard loves the dream analysis. So maybe I'll talk about
I do.
All right. So somehow during this like, fever dream, I was in Tessa's class hanging out for some reason. And she had a substitute teacher, and our substitute teacher just like called out one of the students is like, "You stupid lesbian." I was like, "What the fuck?" And she's like, "Oh, that's fine in my around my friends and my culture." I was just like, run down to the principal's office, and I was like, "Yeah, you should get this teacher out of here like right now." And so like the teacher's like trying not to get fired, like freedom of speech, all this sort of stuff. And I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? Why did this teacher scream at this other little girl, calling her a student? I was like, God, I must have been reading the comments of our shorts too much, and it's got into
I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna say. Are you sure you were dreaming? You sure you weren't reading the TikTok comments?
Yeah, I know. But like, I was just like, what the hell? I'm like, I was like, why would a teacher like a sub do this? I was like so confused. I was just like a hot mess. I was just like, oh, I thought it was pretty funny. I was just like, so strange.
Yeah,
So what does this mean,
that's
Howard?
amazing. What's that?
So what does this mean? I know you like to do the dream analysis.
I think that okay, so based on my experience with dreams, being in a childhood environment or a child's environment is usually a throwback to wanting to be a simpler time, easier things. So
Okay.
being in Tessa's classroom is kind of a callback to life was simpler when we were younger kind of thing. I think the calling of a lesbian, the need to like talk to the principal is probably just a reflection of the world we're living in right now. The freaking world is a mess. There's wars going on. There's a lot of uncertainty. There's a lot of political bullshit that happens. I think your subconscious was just trying to express to you, do you remember the good old days? But then say, the good old days weren't always great, were they? So you're gonna be okay, Terry. That's my take on it. That's what the imagery says to me.
Uh,
But I want to go back really quick to your food poisoning though, if I could,
okay.
because are you a guy? Because there's two types of people in this world: people who, when they're sick and know that throwing up will make them feel better, they just try to do it. But then there's people who will be like, no, I hate vomiting at all costs. I will never vomit. I don't care how sick I feel.
Oh,
Are you a I will vomit if it makes me feel better guy, or I hold it in at all costs guy?
I mean, I'll vomit if it makes me feel better, but I won't be like shoving a finger down my throat and forcing myself
Right,
to vomit.
right,
I mean,
right.
I wanted to vomit. I was like, I went to the toilet, I sat down beside it. I'm like, take it, toilet. And the toilet's just like, no,
Do
it's not
your
taking
job. God damn it,
it.
do your job.
Exactly. Get in the hole. Oh, that's your home. Get in the hole.
You're too good for your home. I am the same way. I used to be like growing up. I was like, no, vomiting is gross. I hate it. Blah blah. Blah. When I had my first stomach surgery, the recovery was so rough that I had vomit, and the doctor told me you're gonna have nausea and possible vomiting. Blah blah blah. And something about that experience just made me go into the other camp. Like now, I get my stomach is upset. I'm like, if this will make me feel better, then fuck dinner.
Yeah.
Just get out of here. Get out of here. So, but I do run into people who are like, oh no, I don't vomit. I don't care what the situation is. I'll die. I don't vomit. And I'm like, I don't get it. I got it when I was a kid. I don't get it now. So
Yeah. I mean, I've always been someone that's like, yeah, I don't mind vomiting. It's your body's way of telling you to get this crap out of here, out of here.
yes, yes, yes.
Uh,
I'm glad you're feeling better.
yeah, I'm feeling a little bit. I'm like not drinking any soda today or pop because I was like, okay, the carbonation probably will make me feel better. I took some like digestive enzymes, maybe it'll help, help my body, process whatever it was going through.
Right.
I managed to sleep like quite a while. Slept like 8, 9 hours, I think, but it was like not a good sleep. It's gotten really warm here. It's like 70, and I'm just like, I hate it. It's too warm. I was like, I'd much rather be where you are and be at like 28 Fahrenheit and be nice and cool because
Oh,
I'm just like,
see, 70 is my sweet spot. I would love. You want to trade spots for a couple days? I'm
yeah,
down.
sure.
I'm down.
You just work from home and
It's
I'll just stream in your room.
yeah. It's right now. I'm looking at my phone. It's 45 degrees out. 45
Oh, that
Fahrenheit.
sounds perfect. That sounds perfect. I'm just like, it's too warm. I'm like in my computer room. I'm trying to stream. I'm just like, I feel myself sweating a little. I'm just like, oh, this is not
Mm,
that comfortable. I was like, you have to understand, we don't have aircon in our house. Like Vancouver doesn't get warm enough that like we
right.
don't really have like central air. We have like a couple portable air conditioners for like the 2 months of the summer where it gets hot. But like, and
Mm-hmm.
there's like no airflow in my apartment because we're like a corner apartment, so like all our windows face toward our
Oh,
patio. So there's like no airflow either. So I'm just like, it's so stagnant and just warm. It's like,
I'm waiting because this is the time of year. As soon as I see like I'm not going to go below freezing again, that's when the air conditioning unit goes into the window next to me.
yeah,
So last week I was like, we're there, and I looked ahead and I was like, no, we're gonna get down to 30s again. So now I'm like, I gotta wait. I gotta wait. Because New England is so unpredictable that I have to see like 10 straight days of 40 plus degrees as my low before I feel comfortable, because that's what kills air conditioners and windows, folks. There are people who are like, oh, I leave my air conditioner in year round. Yep. And that's the reason why you have to replace it every 3 years, is because the freaking components freeze because it's half hanging out the window.
Oh, okay.
You know,
You have one like the ones that actually hang out the window, not the portable ones.
we have a portable one for the common areas
Yeah.
that my wife loves to freaking move it. Let me tell you.
Okay.
At night, she loves to wheel it back to the bedroom. Then the next morning, I could hear the damn coat, the casters rolling across the floor. She moves it out to the living room. But for in the streaming room, I actually have one, and I love this one because I always think it's going to fall out of my window. Right? There's always those things that sit, and it's eventually it's going to break, just fall out the window. We're on the second floor, and my landlord parks right underneath this window. So I've got it in my head. We got a cartoon situation. This thing is going into his car, and it's going to be double bad. So I bought an air conditioner that sits on the ledge.
All right.
It's actually like an upside down U shape. So the window ledge holds it in place.
Oh, nice.
It's not determined on the window itself holding it in place. I can open the window and the damn thing won't move because it's the lower part of the window, the ledge, that holds it in place. Oh my God, this thing is amazing. I freaking love this. I don't have to worry about when I go to take it out. I don't have to worry about when I put it in. There's no way for it to fall out. The wall would literally have to crack and fall over for this thing to fall out of my window. So
sweet.
Oh, I love it. I paid an extra like $200 for it too, because that style isn't common.
Yeah.
So I had to pay extra for it, but I was like, it is so worth it to not wake up every night and think that that crash I heard or that noise outside was my freaking air conditioner falling out of my window. So
How about Battlegrounds wise? Have you been playing much since the new patch dropped last week?
I haven't been playing a ton, but I have been making sure I get a couple games in every day. I'm up to 4,500. I haven't really, honestly, it's classic Howard. I had 2 good games with demons. I'm going to play demons every game now. I got a first and a second with demons. Now I take like 3 sevenths in a row, and I'm like, fuck demons. So I play elementals, and I finished top 2 in elementals 2 games in a row. I'm like, elementals are the shit. So this is the classic thing. So I've been slowly climbing, but then I hit that wall and I get angry and I kind of shift my strategy. I'm really liking the season. I feel like Battlegrounds this year, and I want to hear your take on it, is almost a return to basics. Like the time warped stuff last season was very interesting, but because some of it was very powerful, and there are some very powerful trinkets, don't get me wrong, but I kind of felt like this was, even though the numbers are insane when people go off, I kind of felt like this was a more return to core Battlegrounds kind of season. That's just my take. That's just what I see. So what about you? Are you enjoying it?
I've been enjoying it for the most part. I've been streaming it the last few nights. I actually just streamed Magic before that because the new Magic set was released today. A few strategies seem to be way stronger than the rest.
True.
Demons seem to be really strong. Elementals, even though they took a Lava Lantern, seems to be really strong. The back-to-back strategy is really strong, although it's like some of the things like you just can't keep up. Like I had Golden Caligos, regular Caligos with Bran. I made like 500 across my board, and I just like rolled over to someone else. And it's just like some tribe just can't keep up. It's which makes it like a little less fun because some tribes are weak. Like they kind of wanted to push dragons and demons because they made all those changes to them. And the demon change is good, like the fodder changes.
Oh, fodder's amazing. Strong.
But like the Chroma Drake change and like, you know, with Cali and stuff, they need to like buff Cali and some other stuff. Like I had like 2 Calis on turn 8, Golden Cali on turn 10. Right, with the regular and another Cali. I was just like, I can't keep up. I came third. I'm like, I was like, this feels like this shouldn't be a strategy that can win, but it just didn't happen.
I'm with you. Dragons and undead, I have had no success with, and it's just because they can't keep up.
Yeah, I mean, undead could win just because you could get to like very high attack and summon a shitload of minions, so you have a chance against some of the boards. But like the back to back strategy. I don't know if you're aware. It's like back to back.
No, tell me.
It's back to back with Belinda, the new tier 6. That whenever you cast a spell, it recasts it, and the
Mm-hmm.
tier 5 guy that end of the turn it gives you back the last tavern spell you cast.
So you just keep casting the tavern spell back to back,
Yeah,
which stacks every time you've played it.
yeah. So then
Oh
you can
wow.
so essentially you just get like a horse or whatever the tier 5 and like the one that reborns full stats, and you make like a
Mm-hmm.
5,000 horse, and then it's just like solos your opponent.
Wow.
So you also get paired up with like Drakari, because then you get multiple copies of back to back every turn, and you like spell buffs, and so you have like, and then so like for a long time you just have like two minions that are big, and then just like fill the rest in with scam at the end, like the last couple fights. But like, yeah, it's pretty outrageous. Not that fun to play against, obviously, because like
Mm-hmm.
even if you kill the guy once, it like the horse reborns with full stats, and you're like, okay, well, it's hard to like. It's kind of scam proof because of that. But things besides that, been playing some Magic. Been swinging like crazy
Okay.
on Magic ranks. Uh, Friday after stream, I'm like, okay, I was at like rank 22, I think. So I'm like, okay, I just play a few games, finish my dailies, or whatever. And I was like, immediately drop like 1,000 ranks.
Oh,
Like I didn't even need to play. Like top 250 qualifies you for the monthly tournament afterwards. So I didn't need to
right.
play. So I was like, okay, I just play a few games. I was playing to see like if I how hard it would be to like move up, try to get to number one. Because I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, getting to number one is always good for viewership and all this sort of stuff. Good to like clickbait and stuff. So I
Mm-hmm.
was playing some games. I was winning games, like not even moving rank. I'm like, okay. So I was like, okay, I just play a few games, finish the daily, then I plummeted. And then all weekend long, I was like, okay, got jam more games in. I'm like in the grocery store waiting while my wife buys groceries. I'm like, okay, getting games in. I just got put in the volume to kick it all the way back. So I
Oh
got all the
no.
way back up to like rank 80 or something by Sunday night after literally playing all weekend. Then the next day, I was like, okay, let's do some dailies again, and immediately drop like 700 ranks again. I was like, why am I like such a glutton for punishment? I'm so dumb. I don't even need to play. But got a lot back. I think I'm at like rank 70 or something again. And I was like, okay, let's just the new magic sets out. I could just do my dailies through that. I might end up spending a little bit of money because I might run out of gems to play it all. But I was like, oh god. I was just like so frustrated, and then we were like in the mall, and like my wife couldn't figure out where the store was. I was like, and I'm losing in my game. I'm just like getting pissed off. I was like, god damn it.
And you know that's the thing. Remember when Lobby Legends was around?
Yeah,
There was a lot of some guys would do that. Like guys would get into a position where it was something like the top 10 or top 20 made the first round of cuts. So
yeah,
people would get to like rank 5 and be like a couple thousand points above the line, and they'd be like, "That's it, I'm done to
yeah,
Lobby Legends," and people would get angry. People would be like, "No, man, that's not right." Blah blah blah. So you know what? You go out there, you play, you do you, you
yeah.
do you.
But like the thing with because the MMR is hidden, it's just your rank number. You don't necessarily know like
Mm,
how safe you are, right?
right.
Because last season I stopped playing like the day before at like I was ranked like 105 or something. I'm like, okay, this should be enough. And the season at like rank 190, I was like, oh shit, I actually got close. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's from one day of people playing. So I was like, shit, I don't know if top 20 is gonna be enough for me to just like count for the last like 10 days of the season.
Right.
Right.
And that's
So
probably intentional by the game developers that you don't park,
yeah.
that you always have in the back of your head. I can't see the distance between me and the cut line, so I can't get. I mean, if you get to the last day and you see like 4 days worth of action between you and the cut line, you're not going to touch it. And
Yeah.
that's not what they want. They want you thinking there's somebody right behind you, Terry. There's like 70 guys right freaking behind you. One more game, you might be safe.
Yeah.
And that's what they want you to think, because that keeps you playing.
Yeah. I mean, also like if I just saw that like say like I just dropped like 80 rating points or something, and it's only like that much to get back. It doesn't feel as bad as dropping from
Right.
like 22 all the way to like 1,000, right, in the ranks. As it could just be
Mm-hmm.
like so frustrating. I was just like, because I don't know how much I'm winning and gaining each loss. Right, you can only see
Right.
like how much I move
Exactly.
up the ranking, and that's just like having that big plummet because there's a ton of people just like bunch. Like if you look at the battlegrounds leaderboard, like 8,000, you may have one like two good games, you jump like 300 400 ratings, and it's just like frustrating like to see my numbers keep going down 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 like
Mm-hmm.
each loss like losing like bigger number of ratings per game. I'm just like, oh god, so frustrating. Yeah, so I was quite on tilt all weekend from
Yep.
that. But on to internet news. After those 20 minutes of
Yeah. What's
of
news?
life, biggest news of the week was Extra Emily, a Twitch favorite, featured in emotes and stuff, got caught
Sure.
viewbotting. She said it wasn't her, although she like opened up a tab on her stream, and then it showed the open viewbot channel. It got put onto live stream fails on Reddit, and some mod
Mm-hmm.
just like deleted the post trying to protect her. I wonder if it's the same guy that thinks that the mod should be paid. I guess like he's no longer a mod, but
You know what's amazing? So to follow up on what you did, if I can jump in, is this guy did so much editing and moderating to protect extra Emily. Not good moderating, but specifically to protect Emily, that the mod team put out a statement in the subreddit saying, guys, we fired this guy. We looked at what he did, and he was targeting Emily's posts. He was deleting Emily's posts. And then we received information that he was like in her chat. Like last month alone, he sent over 4,600 messages in her chat. So he clearly was an Emily fan and was not being like impartial. So we removed it. So this was so crazy in the subreddit that the live stream fails guys were like, we had to fire him. We had to fire a mod, guys. We had to fire a mod. And my first thought was, where's the mod is a god guy? Where is he? And then I'm looking at I'm like, I'm scrolling through my phone. Somebody's going to bring it up. Somebody's going to put this guy's picture out there. Nobody did. I was like, what the
should have been
hell?
you.
This
Should have been you.
Oh my God. But listen, this goes back to our conversation we had a couple weeks ago about I can't remember what it was. One of the CEOs was like, if you're not botting, you're losing at this point.
Yeah.
Is it disappointing to see that Emily's botting? Yeah. Is it surprising? No, it doesn't surprise me anymore. It's not going to surprise me if anybody bots. But yeah, it's disappointing and but it's not surprising and it just is what it is. I mean, until we have some sort of system that rewards folks who don't bot or punishes those that do, it's just going to happen. So for me, honestly, the bigger story for me was the live stream fails moderator getting fired because this dude, I don't know what this dude, this guy strikes me as the guy who just shows up at a streamer's house with like a bunch of flowers. He goes, "Will you marry me?" Because like, why? You're on the live stream fails for a reason. You've worked to get there and be a moderator, and they're just gonna say, okay, screw it. It's more important that I protect Emily because she's botting. So, what are your
I mean,
thoughts on this?
it seems like everyone bots. Like while going into this, I rewatched a video by Devin Nash. Actually, like a very interesting YouTuber who runs like a agency for streamers and stuff and advertisers
Mm-hmm.
that work a lot with the Twitch streamers and YouTube. And he was talking about viewbotting. Like this video is like a month old after the other agent came out, and he was talking about how little discoverability there is on Twitch, and
Yeah.
that the person that made that comment about the viewbot, the CEO of the agency, is actually like a super massive person. Like their agency
Oh,
was representing like Mr. Beast. They were representing like I Show Speak, Kai Sanat, like Hassan. They were representing like all the massive all the
all the
massive
names you see all the time on live stream fails.
Yeah, so like all the massive streamers, and I was just like, so like I didn't realize that they were so big. The guy who made the comment, I was like, okay, well now this adds even more
Mm-hmm.
validity to it because they know that advertisers just look at views, right?
Yep.
That's what gets them right, and then that's what how they determine their pay rate for the people that they're going to promote. So botting makes sense, and like I was just like, yeah, I guess this makes a lot more sense. I didn't. It was good to know that the person that said it wasn't just like the owner of some random small agency because no one
Mm-hmm.
ever really heard of this agency, at least not to like the general public. But knowing that
Right.
they're like, the biggest agency probably in the world regarding like content creators is like makes it like even more relevant that at what he was saying. Yeah.
Is it loaded?
No, it's Night Agent or something. I don't think it's loaded.
Because I'm aware that the team loaded, so that's why I was thinking that was the stream team maybe.
Uh, what the heck was the name of it? I could find out. But yeah, it was yeah, I didn't Night Media. Night Media is the name of the thing.
Night Media. Okay.
Yeah. I mean they represented Mr. Beast until oops, into 2024. But I think he left to like just have his own agency or something. But there's a lot of talk that the agencies are the ones that actually do the botting, and it's not
Mm-hmm.
necessarily on the company. But also, like what Devin was talking about in his YouTube video, was that the way Twitch handles it is that unless it can be proven that the streamer themselves are the one actively botting, they can't do any. They're not going to do anything about it because it could just be someone in their channel thinking they're benefiting them or doing it maliciously. So it's hard to take it out on the streamer
Right.
if that's the case. Yeah, so I don't know. Like botting is pretty much part of the industry, and maybe I should just get bought and bought like 1,000 viewers, and I'll just be like, number two next to Jeef and Beater on the view streams. I wonder how much that would cost. Maybe it's time to change the business model and try to get myself
And,
up there.
and you know what? As much as you don't want to have to do that, at some point, unless they start doing something differently, that's going to be the reality of it. That's
Yeah,
going to be the reality of it. I mean, I think, and people in chat are saying this. It's not even so much that Emily was botting, but that which if that's what we've just had a whole discussion about whether or not that's necessary or not. But don't put the tab somewhere you could accidentally show it. How many conversations now have we had in this podcast last year where someone has outed themselves by accidentally revealing a tab?
yeah. So it was actually like the way Windows works, or at least like Windows 11. You know how when you just like move over a tab, it shows all the
Mm-hmm.
different tabs of it open. So what
Right,
happens was she moused over because she was watching something on TikTok on her stream. She moved over like the Chrome browser or whatever it was, and it showed like four open tabs, and one of the tabs like the internet detectives, you know, opened it up and zoomed in and saw there was a viewbotting one, right? So that's how she got busted. She wasn't actually dumb enough to be like opened up like clicked on the tab that had it open. It was just like she
right.
moused over the Chrome browser and did it.
Well,
Obviously,
but
still
I've got a
stupid.
solution for that too. Do the botting tab on your laptop.
Yeah, or on another computer.
Someone in your chat just said it too.
Yeah,
I'm like, okay, so I have the streaming set up here. This is where I stream. There's a computer in the other room we affectionately refer to as the toaster because it runs about as effectively as a toaster in terms of its computing. If I was going to bot, I would set up the entire page of the toaster. I would have it running there, and I would come in here, and there would be nothing on my streaming setup to link me to the bots.
yeah.
Nothing.
I
I
also,
can't understand why you wouldn't do that with the amount of technology of it. You could do it on your phone. You could use your phone.
I mean, I also assume that all the big streamers use like dual dual computer streaming setups, like one that actually watches
Yes.
it. And so like, why isn't it just on the streaming one as opposed to your active desktop? You know, you would think, but you know,
Most of the folks that I like to watch that are the larger folks, people know I'm a big fan of Co Carnage, big fan of Thorlar. These guys that get like 10,000 viewers at any given time concurrently. Yes, they're running multiple machines. They're running a machine that just runs the game and that's piping that information through to a streaming computer. Yes, just do it. Just freaking do it. Put it on your goddamn phone. Well, I need to be able to see it so I can adjust the bot rate and everything. Okay, then do it on your freaking phone. Do it on your phone so that it's not going out. Here, I could do it right now. You see nothing. I don't. It's just bad. And Emily, you're better than that. I've seen your streams. You're better than that. Don't bot.
Maybe she's not.
For 10,000 viewers. That's possible. Yeah. It's possible.
You know, I mean, she's getting paid from it. She probably makes like a lot of money from her numbers being so high, so the bots are worth it. You know.
I mean, a year ago, I was like, botters are the devil. You know, I came really hard down on one particular female Hearthstone streamer who shall remain nameless and was like, this is terrible. You shouldn't be doing this. It's bad for the game. It's bad for the stream. Over the last year, it happened so often, I've just become numb to it. I no longer care. You want a bot? You want to add 12,000 people to your stream and pay somebody to do it? Go ahead.
We need Bowers here to go on a rant about it. Because she loves it. She loves it. I mean, she's the problem with the viewbotting is, and being busted with it, is that she's like the face of Twitch now. Well, like,
yes,
she's super popular.
One of them.
She's one of like the big favorites of it. So, other interesting news. I don't know if you saw this article I linked. The one where the Counter-Strike player got banned for 10 years after hitting someone on stage.
I saw the video of it happening.
Yeah.
Before you even sent I was like, oh my God. I didn't see the suspension until you sent it, but I'd seen the video like a day or two before, and I was just like, what a freaking dumbass.
Supposedly
filling people in.
Supposedly the guy was pissed. This is like during an award ceremony. It wasn't like during the game either.
So, after the match.
Yeah, after the match they lost. He was upset about the opponent trash talking him, which if you're a Counter-Strike player and like literally that's what all kids do. They like to talk shit on the comms. He was upset about the players trash talking him during the competition.
Yep.
And then they're walking across the stage and the guy just flat out punched the guy on the stage, and everyone's like, what the hell's going on? Like, I had to watch, like, I was kind of watching it while I was streaming, so I wasn't like paying full attention, and I had to like rewatch it like 4 or 5 times to see the punch, actually see the punch. I was just like, how pissed are you that you have to like go on and actively punch a guy? And like the guy was just like, like, you know, he got like hit. It didn't seem like much of a punch that the guy threw, but like, then the rest of the ceremony kind of went on. Everyone's a little bit shocked about what happened. They like walked away, you know, they like pulled him away and stuff. I was just like, oh my God, this is so. And there wasn't even prize money. There was no prize money.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that part.
Right? I thought it was like, you know, if this is like a match for like $100,000 or something, you know, for some big prize money, you know, being frustrated that he just lost this match and the guy was shit talking the whole time. At least it'd be a smidge more acceptable. But like with no prize money at all, like, wow.
I saw the video. And if you haven't seen the video, go ahead and look on it online. But Terry's right. As soon as the guy takes the swing, whoever was in charge of the video had already said, oh, we're going to move to the host because they were just watching them all come out on stage. So it's rapid. Like this punch is thrown, all of a sudden the camera cuts. Not even like, oh my God, a punch was thrown, better cut camera. It was very clear they were changing before the punch threw. But then they show this poor host who's just kind of like deer in the headlights. Like, what the hell just happened? Are we? Am I on? It was really really strange. I'm glad to see that they suspended him. I'm glad to see that it was reported to. Pardon me for not knowing the esports. Don't message the fat lesbian because he doesn't know the name of the esports organization. But I saw that they were like, yeah, no, this is 10 years ain't enough. We're gonna go lifetime ban for this guy. I also heard Twitch was going to put him on a lifetime ban, which means he'll be back next week on Twitch. It's listen, I get it. Everybody is a competitor when they play these games, and when you reach that level, you want to compete at the highest level. But at the same time, there's no prize money involved in it. Just people have to learn to lose. So I'm going to sound like the old man here. This is a boomer. This is old man podcast, right? I'm going to sound like the old man here. I had to learn to lose to learn how to win. That's how I was raised. That's why, every sport, I'm not the most athletic dude. So sports, I very rarely won at sports, but I learned that, there's grace in losing. There's a section of the people who just don't practice it, whether they've never had a chance to learn it, whether it's something that's outside of what they want to do. And this guy seems like one of them. I mean, I can't imagine in all the times I've done anything competitively sports-wise, I've never in my life said, I'm going to punch that guy when I see him. It's just never entered my mind. So it's just weird to me.
I think like it's actually been like a big change in like the school systems and all that sort of stuff. Instead of, they talk all about like, why does everyone get like a participation award or whatever for like the competition or whatever. I mean,
right,
because it's no longer just about winning. I mean, back in the day when we were growing up, it was all about winning. That's all that matters. I see nowadays that, and then now you have like the hyper competitive people complaining about stop giving everyone participation awards. It doesn't matter. Like, I mean, I think those participation awards are good. It teaches kids that like it's just about having fun and doing things as opposed to just being like hyper competitive. There's a ton of hyper competitive people out there in the world, and they have different feelings about it. But you got to have both sides. Like you have to understand that,
right?
That you're not always just going to be the best at everything. Like losing happens. It's part of what
Absolutely.
it is.
My youngest nephew has started playing youth sports, and this kid is competitive to the point where he will openly lie when he loses. Like he'll walk out of the room and go, I just beat daddy in Street Fighter. And I'll be like, dude, I was just standing there. You got your ass handed to you. You're 9 years old. And I'll tell you, that's your ass and you're holding it because it got handed to you. And he'll say, nah, I beat daddy. And his father will be like, no, you didn't. And Uncle Howard just saw it, but he reaches that point, and I worry because he's starting to play youth sports. And I've seen one little league game where he hit a ball into left field and he stood at home plate and went, yeah, baby, before he started to run. I went, if he gets thrown out at first base because he's celebrating before he runs, I am going to lose my shit. And fortunately he didn't, because it's little league and like a kid watched the ball like roll by him and had to go chasing after it. But I just thought to myself, this is the competitiveness. This kid's 9 and this is how competitive he is, And he said to me, oh my God, I should have told you this off the top. We had lunch with them last week. And he says to me, Uncle Howard, I've asked my parents for a gaming PC for Christmas. And I said, what do you need a gaming PC for? You're 9. You barely play Street Fighter. And he looked at me and he went, because I want to come on and I want to stream with you. And I thought to myself, oh, Jesus Christ. Howard and a 9-year-old. It's going to be like the Mandalorian and fucking Grogu. I'm going to have my own Grogu here. Streaming. I have to become like a freaking Minecraft player because I'll be playing games with 9-year-olds. I can't play the games I normally used to play,
I mean, some of the games you play can work well with a 9-year-old.
Oh, sure. I could teach him Hearthstone. He'd be bored to death with Hearthstone. He loves shooting things. He loves hitting things. I kind of a little worried there. He's 9 years old and he wants to shoot things. But you know, yeah, I also worry because he's hyper competitive.
Yeah.
And the first time we lose, it's going to be Uncle Howard's fault.
All right, last major topic. We're going to talk about another Devin Nash video talking about manufactured content. I'm not sure if
Mhm.
you watched the video. It talks about how companies like Kick are paying people to essentially clip farm and just pump out so much content that like it's just gonna like immediately push someone up into your feed like clavicular and others, and they're spending like millions of dollars a, a month getting all these clips made. They have to like feature like the Kick logo on them. Like there's all sorts of rules about it, and they're just like pumping out content after content for all the people that are part of um the KPP Kick Partner Program, which we never got any advertising for that I know of.
Yeah. Never
But
pushed out our stuff.
yeah, they didn't push out our stuff, but we're probably too small. We're our 5 viewers every week. But yeah, they're just talking about how it's hard. Like the people don't even have to be interesting because they just push out so much content, and these contents get millions of views just because people know how to clip farm and do all that sort of stuff. And it was interesting to read, like, or interesting to watch. I thought it was very enlightening that that's how they're using the marketing money to essentially to make discoverability for all their streamers, as opposed to how Twitch used to do it, which was just pay the
Good
streamer
luck,
a bunch.
everybody.
Yeah. I'm like, here's a bunch of money, right? And you got to figure out how to get people to your channel or get people over to this platform. I mean, what's your thoughts on it?
I'm not surprised by it. I did watch a little bit of the video. I didn't get to watch the entire thing, but I did. What I did was while I was watching the video, I was scrolling through the comments, and the highest rated comment was, "Bro, everybody knows this is happening. Why are you even bothering making this content about bad content creation?" So the feeling I got was like, this is just the way things are. Much like the botting thing. This is the way things they are until they do something different. Just like the botting, this kind of promotion favors the platform.
Yeah.
Kick is going to get more out of it by doing it this way than by forbidding it. So they're not going to take any steps to limit it. So this is just the reality we live in, where there is going to be slop content creation because volume is sometimes more effective than quality. It's just is sometimes. So you know what? It doesn't surprise me. And I think everything is cyclical in things like this. Eventually, people will start to realize I don't need to see 75 clips of this person failing or doing something weird. I'd rather watch something that's a little bit more in like. There's a reason why in the Hearthstone community, particularly in the Battlegrounds community, there's a lot more people watching Jeef and Beater than me. And that's because the quality of the games is higher because they are better players. At some point, I think that'll hit the clip slop as well. But it's going to be a while, and this is the reality we stream in. What are your thoughts?
I mean, I think if say you put out 100 times as many like YouTube shorts as like Jeef and Beater do, which because I don't think Beater puts out any, and Jeef puts out only a few. I think it would draw a lot more people to you just out of pure volume and them knowing you're there,
But
even
do I
if the
want that
content's
kind of
not good.
stream? Do I
Huh?
want that kind of stream? Do I want 100 people a day calling me a fat lesbian to my face on Twitch?
I mean, just ignore it. Right? Like just like you ignore the TikTok comments and stuff. You just kind of ignore the people that
Yeah,
call you a fat lesbian.
I've done a great job ignoring the comments, as you can tell. I don't let those things don't settle with me at all.
Yeah.
I just let it. I never bring those up.
But what I mean is like it's a good way just to like pull people toward your channel and
True.
get all the views, right? Like it's just like attrition really. Like you just throw all this stuff out there and they pay people but based on how much the CPM is or where the clicks per million or views per million or
Mm-hmm.
something. and people aren't making very much money doing it. But like Devin said in his video, if you're like in a third world country making $4 an hour making
That's
clips
it.
of clavicular and stuff, I mean, it's great for them. It doesn't cost them that much. They actually have like a life just sitting there watching clavicular content, finding stuff that can go viral. And I mean, it's shitty. Like the content's not interesting. Like clavicular. I'm just using his name as an example because he's been all over the news. But like, I don't find
Again,
his. Yeah, I mean, I don't find his content interesting. I don't find him interesting. And like, but I don't even. He doesn't even come across my feed. But like, obviously, millions and millions of people are watching his shorts and TikToks and all that other stuff every day, and he's making lots of money off of it. And it kind of goes back to Kick making money from all the viewers and all that stuff. I mean,
but for me, it comes back to the same point that we talked about last week with guys like Clavicular. And since we last talked about Clavicular, he overdosed on stream.
yeah,
Had to be carried out of a club on his own stream by a bunch of security guards and go to a hospital. And then the next day was posting from a hotel room talking about how he'd spend an overnight in the hospital because he overdosed on meth. I don't want to have to overdose on meth to be successful as a streamer, and successful as a streamer doesn't mean I have clavicular numbers. So
yeah.
I for me, it comes down to like at some point, when is the integrity more important than the success? And because I'm not looking to be a partner plus, I'm not looking to be on showcases and doing sponsored streams 5 days a week. That's not why I stream. I don't have to worry about that. But I get what your point is. There's a lot of people out there who do. There are a lot of people out there who have 1,000 subs a month, and that is their source of income. And and they have to find ways to keep that number up, because if they don't eat. I'm fortunate that I don't have to be in that situation. I can do this as a hobby. So I get it, but I think at some point the pendulum will swing the other way, and I think that we will see that. I mean, I have not seen any industry more so than streaming where the fame is fleeting. And I'm saying this really badly. But faster than any other industry I know of. Faster than being in the movies, faster than being in the TV shows, faster than being a member of the press. Streamers come and go rapidly sometimes, and you can't rely on it forever. I mean, there was even that part, I think it was like two or 3 years ago, where Amaranth came right out and said, I can't be an e-girl forever. She said on her stream, she was, I can't be an e-girl forever. So she started actually playing video games at times on her stream, from what I heard, because of it. So yeah, I get it, but I don't have to like it, and I'm okay with it. Let it run its course. If that's what people feel like they need to do, then do it.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really much more we can add to this topic. I just thought it was. I mean,
it's interesting, but I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked. I'm not looking at Devin Nash video and going, "Oh my god, this is what people do." We know this is what people do. Yeah. They put out viral stuff, they clip the viral stuff, and they draw people to their stream because of it. But for me personally, as a very small time content creator, that's not the kind of people I want to invite to my stream in the first place. So I'm fine with saying, you go ahead and do you, bro. I'm fine with passing on the meth overdose. I'm fine with not shooting gators in Florida. It's okay.
No, I mean, like, it's not surprising that this is happening, like the creation of clips and stuff and doing viral moments. I think it's more surprising, like the scale that they were doing it at, right? Like,
fair.
Obviously, like putting out viral videos, is a very good way. Like, try to make content that's going to be viral. But I think just like if you see the video, like you see like the Kick clipping program, and it's just like all these different channels that they're paying for to get clipped. Everyone have a project with like clavicular, 50,000 a month, and just everyone just being listed. Like Asmongold, I know your favorite, like 50,000 a month, just to put out all the content. Like he was talking about how like with the amount of content that gets put out for like Asmongold, like you can watch it 24/7 and always have new stuff to watch because he just puts out so much content every
He
day.
does.
And
He
it's
does. He
just
puts out a
like,
lot of
well, it's
content.
not actually him, but like the team puts it out.
Right. All right. Right.
Right. But yeah, it's disgusting.
I mean, I was on, I think it was Reddit, and I was just going through because I do look at the the live stream fails because we talk about a lot of the stuff that ends up on there on this pod, and I see a lot of Asmongold, I see a lot of XQC stuff that comes across, and I was watching the other day, and he came back from his suspension. Asmongold did. It was like, and the headline was like, Asmongold admits to expensive dentistry work during suspension. And I was just like, and he
No.
has teeth like another human being would. If he needs to go to the dentist, he went to the dentist.
Oh no, you should have dug into it a little more.
Oh, I did. I just don't need to go into the details on it.
Oh, you have a rotting tooth or something. Oh, it's so funny.
Yeah, exactly. Well, not only did he have a rotting tooth, but like he went into detail on his stream about it and like what he experienced and getting it worked on. I was like, you know what? Okay, that's your brand, bro. That's it. That's fine. That's fine. You're going to end up on live stream fails every single time you talk about shit like that. Go ahead. That's not me. That's not me. But yeah, the amount of content that the top 1%ers put out with programs like this is insane. It's obscene.
Yeah. But I mean, like, a major issue is that it's very hard for someone that's like trying to do it the honest, normal way and putting out content to try to like break through. That's what it feels like.
Discovery has been an issue with Twitch since before I started, and I'm 6 years in.
Yeah, but the thing is not just about Twitch though, right? Like they put this information on YouTube, TikTok, blah blah blah, to bring the information to them. Like, so like even if you're trying to break through onto the other platforms, they have all this content that just being spewed onto it. So it's hard for you know, the average other person to like the average normal person to try to break through in that way. If you don't have this big, massive machine behind it. And yeah, that rotting tooth thing was disgusting. I just read about it. I'm like, who doesn't take care of a tooth that's rotting? It gets to the point that's rotting.
And to sit there and say, you know what? I'm suspended from Twitch. I might as well take care of it now. What do you mean might as well? You should have taken care of it. Skip a day of streaming and got it taken care of. And he was like, it's been going on for over a month. I'm like, what do you mean it's been going on for over a month? If a part of my body is rotting for over a month, you know what? Maybe I'm weird, but I go to a doctor. I go to a goddamn doctor and I go, this part of me appears to be rotting. And I let a doctor tell me. I don't sit there and go, I'll wait till the next time I'm suspended. Yeah, that'll give me the time to do. No.
Yeah, it's disgusting. I just saw like the headlines, and I didn't actually watch the video because like it's gross. Or I don't want.
I read the write up on it.
I read the write up. I was like, like, how do you just let yourself go like this? And you wonder why people think he's like just this random guy living in his mom's attic.
I'm the absurdity of Asmongold's character at this point makes me wonder, is he actually a dude who just lives in his mom's attic and actually feels this way and this is just his life? Or is he really just creating a character at this point? Because it's sometimes it's so absurd, like, oh, I let a tooth rot for a month before I did something. Just feels like no normal person would do this.
Yeah, I agree. All right, that sounds like a good spot to call this episode. You know, who doesn't want to just end it on rotting teeth? Thanks everyone for hanging out. If you have suggestions on what we should do for 1 year, leave it in the comments. You know, we would always appreciate your thoughts and all that stuff. And go click thumbs up and, you know, like, subscribe,
smash the buttons,
leave comments, click on all the YouTube shorts and TikToks and, you know, X clips and all that stuff. You know, help us push past the slop with our slop.
Yeah, nobody called me nobody took shots at me this week, so I have my week off. Come at me.
So thanks everyone for hanging out, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye everybody.